Yeah, Shalom Israel. Before I start, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rakar, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who rule and teach well, to the Akims and Iwas and Byways, and those pushing this word in true sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. I just want to do a quick hit lesson, Lord willing, is edifying. And what prompted this lesson is this brother here. I had a dream not too long ago from the dream and thought I'll put this down whilst it's kind of fresh-ish in my mind. There wasn't much to the point of the dream that made me do this lesson. Like there weren't no long scenario in the dream, but what happened, they're dreaming about nothing in particular. Then it cuts to this brother doing a lesson and he was showing his wardrobe and he was showing you 10 items of clothing that he said, came across this lady and she just gave him these 10 items of clothing and, borrowing a few other bits of clothing. Those were all he had. And he was just giving the Most High praises for sending that lady his way to give him those clothing. And he was just doing a lesson on, I don't even know what the lesson was about. It just cut to that scene. But what prompted me to do this is, I know this brother is a beautiful brother and he has a quality about him where he can go through certain situations and use it to edify others, not caring how he may be perceived by other people. And obviously we try in this truth, we're trying to look good to the Most High and not care how men may see us. But certain situations we go through, we're going to feel a certain shame or might feel, I put it this way, we might feel a certain shame about that situation to expose it to others. And I know this brother, I've seen him do lessons where edifying lesson and, where he may have made an error and is using that error to edify the flock. And I think to myself, boy, I myself would be too ashamed to do that said lesson on myself, because of how I may be perceived by others. And that's a quality that the brother has, a good quality, which we all need to have to a high degree. I'm sure we have that to some degree, but we need to have that kind of quality to a high degree where we don't care how we are perceived by men. We more care about how we are perceived by the Most High. And this brother has that quality to me in abundance, a portion that I don't have, and I just wanted to touch on that. This is Mark 12 and 13, and they sent unto him certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians to catch him in his words, meaning, Yahushai. And when they were come, they said unto him, Master, we know that thou art true and carest for no man, meaning, he didn't care whether you're big or great, he just cared about what was truthful. And at the said time, we know that Yahushua didn't care about what people thought of him. He cared about how he went about his father's business and how he looked to, in the eyes of his father. And that's a quality that we need to have in abundance, not caring for how we are perceived by men, but how we are perceived by the Most High. And it says, for we know that thou art true and be truthful. It says, for thou regardest not the person of men, but teachest the way of the Most High. Is it lawful to give tribute to Caesar or not? And that part's not important, but it says, we know that thou art true and cares for no man, for thou regardest not the person of men. And that's an attitude that we need to have in abundance in this truth here, not regarding the person of men, because that can make you rest judgment, not caring how you are perceived by others. And it's easier said than done at times, depending on the situation. Going back to this brother here, to me, he has that in abundance, and it's a beautiful quality, and he's a beautiful brother. This is because notes are being taken. Yeah, notes are being taken. This is Revelation 20 and 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. Now, in this day, when we're being judged, we're not going to care how we may have looked to such and such, to this brother or to that sister. The things that we had done, which we're ashamed about how we looked in the eyes of men, and not how we may have been perceived to the Most High overall. That's not going to be in your forefront. Now you're going to be worried about, how did I look to the Most High? It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. And this is what, when we have too much regard for how we are perceived by men, we can end up writing ourselves out of that book. And that's what we don't want to do. So, I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, it was edifying. Watch and subscribe to the Elders channel, UKCA144. This is a channel that is using now. Beautiful brother, very edifying lessons. And he has some great qualities. And I just wanted to use that. Lord willing, it can edify someone. But with that, I'm going to close out. I'm going to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahar, Bakar, Kadash, Kwame Shahala.